Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Print Storage here. This is our 2023 Subaru Crosstrek Touring in the pure red. Now, Touring here is our mid-level trim. It's one step above the convenience, one step under the outdoor and the sport. So you end up with halogen headlights and LED fog lights on the Touring. All of the wheels on the Crosstreks, the convenience, the Touring, the sport, even the outdoor, they're all that same wheel. The outdoor are just gray. Those are your black with the machined finish. Smallest crossover / SUV in Subaru's lineup. You get 8.7 inches of ground clearance, and of course, symmetrical, full-time, all-wheel drive, kind of the thing Subaru's known for. These are amazing in the winter or off-road, depending what your needs are, where you're going. Lots of room in the back of the Crosstrek. People don't expect there to be near this much amount of room, and you can fit a lot of stuff back here. Multiple dogs. I've seen people move table and chair sets with these. We have a nice halogen cargo light in here. Grocery bag hook holders that you can also hook the accessory cargo net to. But the idea is you hook your grocery bag loop around and you take a corner, it stops your bag from rolling all the way across. Privacy cover standard on the Touring model and up, hides everything from the top of the seats down. If you needed to remove it, it's just a telescopic piece right there, and it just slides over and you can remove this. Really, really easy to do so. Third seat belt is out of the back here, goes through that piece right there. I always get asked about that piece, and then everyone ends up with a 3-point harness. Safety first. All of the Crosstreks come with the roof rails. If you want to carry something on the roof, you can buy accessory crossbars. Second row, lots and lots of room. Great headroom, great legroom. I'm a taller guy at 6'2". I fit in the second row comfortably. My head's not touching the roof, and my knees aren't touching the back of the seat. It's the black and gray kind of two-tone cloth interior, and you have that orange contrast stitching. That's all of the Crosstreks with the exception of the convenience, which gets no contrast stitching, and the outdoor, which gets the yellow or gold. If there's only 1 or 2 passengers, you get fold-down armrests with 2 cup holders. On the back of the front passenger seat, you have a pocket for storage, map back pocket, and in both rear doors, you do have bottle holders. Now, I always get asked about that right there and what this is. Part of Subaru's safety. So it's an extra point for securing the door, stronger in the event of a side collision. If I could take this door panel off, you'd be able to see what I'm talking about. Child lock, deactivated, activated. It does say lock there, and all of the Subarus are the same location. It is a proximity key, so you never need to take the key out of your purse or your pocket. The key just needs to be within 46 inches of the door handle, the sensor. So this is the key. The top button's locked. The Subaru logo, there's a little unlock icon. Then that just unlocks the trunk, and then of course panic. But the proximity is not going to work right now because it's running, but I've got these lines right here, and if you wanted to lock it, it won't lock because it's running, but it beeps at you. Let you know that. Power windows, locks, mirrors, bottle holder in the door. The driver's seat is that same material. The headrests are adjustable 4 ways, and then you can reset it. Height adjustable seat based off of a pump system. You push it down to lower the seat, pull it up to raise the seat. You probably can't see that happening because the camera's shaking. Fuel door release down by the driver's left foot. And of course, just like every Subaru, the fuel door's on the passenger side for safety. On the inside here, traction control. You can deactivate the start stop, and you've got the brightness for the gauges. Oh. So, on the steering wheel, actually, you know what? I'm going to change the angle here because the sun is giving me some glare. We'll be right back. And I'm back. So, steering wheel on this, orange contrast stitching, kind of keeps the theme in the car. There's a lever down here. Pull it down. This is tilt and telescopic, so you can adjust it to drivers of varying arm lengths and heights. You pull that lever back up to lock it. Left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls, make and take calls, decline calls, control volume of music and calls. You can switch through presets, switch from AM to FM to CD to satellite, etc. Down here we have these arrows that'll change our center display here. It gives you a bunch of different information. Digital speedometer seems to be the most popular for most people that come in. Heated steering wheel. So it does not heat between the seam. This is still cool. This is really nice and toasty. There's a dead spot in the middle here, but kind of where you're supposed to keep your hands. Now, the right-hand side, we have our adaptive cruise control and our lane centering. Both of those use the 2-color stereo Eyesight cameras, which are part of Subaru's safety system. They've mounted it behind the glass to protect it, because glass is a lot cheaper than sensors and cameras. When you turn on cruise, you get an image of the Crosstrek. There's 4 bars ahead of it, all the way down to 1. That's the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of you that you'll follow at if you catch up while using cruise control. So if you catch up to someone, you're going 110, they're going 100, you'll slow down, match their speed, and you'll follow them at approximately 150 to 180 feet at 4 bars. You can follow closer if you needed. And then we have lane centering, which is the little steering wheel right there. You'll notice those lines are highlighted gray above 60 kilometers an hour. If the 2 cameras can see the road lines, it'll illuminate whichever side it can see, whether that's one side or both, and it'll actually give you gentle steering input to keep you in the middle of your lane. It's not a replacement for you. It's not hands-free driving. It'll actually get mad at you and say, put your hands back on the wheel and turn off that portion of the system if you wait too long, or if you have your hands off the wheel for too long. And then we have intelligent and sport driving modes. You can see bottom left by the P for park, it says I for intelligent. Now it's sport. You'll notice that yellow line gets a little sharper. Your RPMs are going to be higher. You're going to accelerate a little faster. It's for more spirited driving. We do also have paddles, upshift and downshift if you wanted to manually select your own gears. Up top here, this little information screen we can change with the info button on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Gives you a bunch of different info that is handy to have while you're driving. What safety tech's on, fuel economy, date, time. I like the gauges. It's also where our climate control displays. So it ranges from 18 on the cold side all the way up to 32. Freezing to tropical, depending how you and your passenger want it. You can see where you have the fan strength set, where your airflow's going. Everything is just kind of a quick glance down instead of looking all the way down, which is very, very handy. Keep your eyes on the road. Subaru's easy to use infotainment. It is all touch, but we have physical buttons down here. We have access to the My Subaru app, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, change your settings, hook your phone up to Bluetooth, put it in reverse. Backup camera pops up with the top of the bumper there, so you have something to relate to. And then CD player, kind of hidden. Lots of people don't think that there's one in here, but it's right there. Below that, we have our climate controls, temperature, fan strength, and direction of airflow. This will turn on your heated side mirrors, back window, and the area of the windshield where the wipers sit. The windshield wiper deicer is amazing. It's the best thing ever come wintertime. Below that, we have rubberized media device holder, storage area, 2 USBs for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, listening to music, or charging your phone, aux port for music listening, and a 12-volt outlet for any charging needs you may have. Shifter, you're in drive, you can go to manual mode, select your own gears if you want. Reverse brings up the backup camera automatically. Heated seats, high and low for both the driver and the passenger, with a cloth, heats up very, very quickly. X mode is like 4x4 low in a pickup. You have to be going under 20 kilometers an hour to turn it on. Locks the all-wheel drive 50-50 and changes your transmission ratio, your throttle response. It takes an already very capable vehicle and transforms it into something even more capable. It's amazing. If you have a chance to try it in a situation where it's needed, you'll be very, very impressed. But you turn it on, X mode pops up, off-road mode screen pops up. It works up to 40 kilometers an hour, and if you exceed that, it kicks out and goes back to regular all-wheel drive. Up top here, we have more eyesight stuff. Lane sway, where it'll beep at you if you start changing lanes or cutting corners, crossing lines without signaling. And then automatic emergency braking, which is these 2 cameras looking for objects that you may hit. Vehicles, pedestrians. I had someone tell me it stopped them from hitting a moose. So it has worked with animals, but they don't give you stats with animals because of varied shape, color, size. And then up top here, we have SOS and roadside. That's part of the 3-year trial of the connected services you get with most new Subarus, which is great. You get the remote start app, all of that. So that is a quick look at the 2022 Subaru Crosstrek Touring, 2023. I keep saying 22. It is 2022, but it's a 23 model. So sorry about that. But if you guys have any questions about any of the features in this vehicle or any of the vehicles in our lineup, any of the technology, let me know. Put it in the comments below. I love making new videos, answering questions. If I don't have the answer to something, I will try to find it for you guys. So again, Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. I'll talk to you guys soon.